And here we go on an adventure again. Mighty trees in the dark. What kind of a message do they send? They're right there, don't you see, in the sky full of rain. In the post, you get close in the dark, and you'll never be the same. And everything I know and everything I do, and all that I watch, and all that I knew, and all that I forgot. You know what I love every night? Is to think of my Savior, Jesus Christ, with all my might. What could he do? What could he be? How has he done what I see? Was he there for the Big Bang? Was it a fireworks show? Did he know the name of the star that disappeared? And where did all that flame go? And everything the Mayans have ever believed, and everything that Satan told Adam and Eve. Imagine it. Most beautiful angel ever created. And then he was cursed. A reptile on his belly, never looking up, his neck too tight. The eyes of a snake, they don't have much sight. And there in the world where the light bulbs are turned, well, there he ended up. He is captured in light, for God is light, and God is a never quenched fire, and God is all that he can ever be. And here, take it from me, you know that all the things that we can see and that we can forget, I love the oracles. They just come and they pour like when you turn the faucet on. The revelations, the future, sometimes explained, and then an hour, a day, a week later, I see it happen. I'm fine. I can live with that for 20, 30 years to see the things that I talk about, the stories that I tell turn into something that is valuable, or something can send a million men to hell. I know about the earthquakes. I've talked about a lot. I've been in a lot. A couple of the top 10 in the California state. Never was I hurt. Never was I laid evacuated from tidal waves and earthquakes, and then I surf waves bigger than those. The California coast, Santa Cruz, California, but when they happen in Japan, you gotta hold your nose, you gotta pinch it tight, and then you gotta get a Geiger counter out and sleep with it at night. Do you understand what we're doing and what we've already done? Things cannot be fixed, and they are not ours. We should not destroy what we do not own. And here we are, and here we go, and you know what? One day I'm going to see a throne, like the moon shining through the clouds on a rainy night. Oh, another, and another, and another. Look at that height. And there indeed, in all that I know, is a lesson to be learned and to go. Can you imagine being alone in a universe this size? In the beginning, God was alone. In the beginning, I guess that's his hometown, the beginning. You know, he was all alone. But the Word was God, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. For God is in all things, and all things are in God. Even the rat and the salamander and the snail, part of God, and God is in them. Can you imagine putting a sitting snail in jail? And then the things that we cannot understand, he said he makes them. And they are deep, and they are there, and they are for the understanding of a man. And here we are, a brain so large compared to a little radish or cauliflower. You gotta understand that in them we can tell what minute, what hour, what day. We can look up and see distance, and we can close our eyes and see dreams. But God has a plan. They're not just schemes. They're a way to make us better. You see, his son, the Word, became flesh, born of a virgin named Mary. Probably around Easter time. Who cares? There he was. The angels were the sign. Angels flying around. Some have 6 wings. Some have 4. Some have 2, and some have none. And some have hands just to open the door, to hold up a garment that God might wear as he parades through the temple. There it is. The trail he leaves is everywhere. The light he is. And in the beginning he was alone. And now all these things, light and water and sand and sky, he's made them out of himself. A God that never dies. Not completely, not totally like you might fear, but 3 days dead. And then again he reappeared. Outside Jerusalem, a skull, they call it Golgotha, is shaped like a skull. And it's not very high, maybe 40 feet, maybe 35. Not for 3 crosses indeed, but not many more. And the pain and the torment and the blood on the floor and the blood on the face of the man with the whip and on his chest and on his thighs and on his feet. For Jesus was a slave, and many had done what he was going to do that day. But he had prophesied that he will come back. He does not fear death, and he will not be captured by that. And 3 days dead, indeed, like the prophet said, he came back to life. And he went to see his mother and his father and then his friends. But he only had 40 days, just like the length of the flood, to start over again. The last chance is to believe in Jesus Christ, my personal Lord and Savior. Noah's flood was a permanent sign that God can kill everybody at the same time. But he's giving us a chance, a minute more. Bye-bye.